we're talking about the area, we just pulled an area of Holmes Road to Cedar to Jolly to Waverly. And when we talk about the difference in the crimes here, the drug crimes, in 2009 we had about 27. This year we were at 30. So we had three additional ones. And if you break it down, and that was for Team 12, Team 13, they had an additional 5. And so you're talking less than 10 more additional drug crimes in those particular areas. When you combine the team area 12 and 13, we're talking for beanies, we had an additional 16. For larcenies, we had an additional 14. Assaults, we had an additional 20. And then those robberies in this area that we were talking about, we had 6. And then UTAs, though, stolen cars, went down 51% from 39 to 19. And those are what we call our Part 1 crimes in this particular area. Now,
what is a drug crime?
A drug crime can mean anything from possession of drugs, selling drugs, narcotic equipment, like crack pipes and some of the other marijuana bongs and stuff like that you can't have in your possession.
So those drug busts that you do like to a house or just out on the street?
They're written reports, they're warrants, they're arrest. It's a combination of all of them. Yep. And a lot of times this is stuff that is proactive through our special operations section, through the road officers, and sometimes, like I said, it's done through drug raids, and sometimes it's done just through traffic stops. So when we break down those particular areas, the biggest ones that we had were the armed robberies in this area, and basically it was in the L&L ShopRite area that we had an increase, and then but we were able to locate and arrest the person responsible for those, and actually we had a case where they had attempted to rob Jackie's place on MLK. And kind of broke the case wide open. We already had somebody identified. Our officers went to an apartment complex and were able to locate 2 suspects, not only for that one, but the one that had been done. He had done about 6 to 8 armed robberies here in the city of Lansing. So,
did that include the Domino's, the Saginaw location, Subways, those kind of?
No, we had over November, December, we had 5 separate crews committing armed robberies.
Wow.
And we have caught all 5 of them.
Wow, that's impressive.
So yes, and that was a little bit, but even for the year, our armed robberies were down, but again, they were all bunched in to that one time period. Same thing in the spring when we had several homicides. We had four homicides in a close time period. Again, for the year, we had 9 homicides, which was down from last year. So
What was it last year?
It was 11 last year.
When you talk about groups, were they all local people or people who come in from other areas?
No, most of them were from the city of Lansing.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them had criminal records. Most of them had already